All right, what's up guys? We're back with another video. Tournament season is in full effect. I'm gonna tell you guys about 3 ways that you can decide what division you think you should play in. Let's get into it. All right, so like I said, tournament season is upon us. We got something going on every single Saturday. If you're playing tournaments already, or you're wanting to get into tournaments, I've got 3 ways that can kind of help you decide what division is gonna be best for you. And there's definitely more than the 3 I'm listing. These are just the 3 that I found most common in the area with my own experiences, as well as talking with other people. These are obviously not the only ways, but I think these are probably 3 of the most common. So I'm gonna get into them. We are out at Gruball Park. I'm just gonna play the front 9 here, kind of while I talk about these 3 options. That way it's not just me talking the whole time and there's at least something going on. So I think I'm gonna tee off first, and then as we're walking, I'll get into it. All right, so hole 1 here is 250 feet, straight down the hill, but you kind of have to go either forehand hyzer or backhand hyzer around this tree in the bush right in the middle, and then it's sitting kind of at the bottom. Pretty fun starting hole. We're gonna go justice on forehand here. Oh yeah, swing over. Yeah, that's gonna be parked. All right, we're gonna get right into it. Option 1 is the option that I do at the moment. And if you've been following along, you know that this Road to Pro series is kind of my goal to get to 970, which is quote unquote a professional disc golfer. And basically how I'm doing it is, if you go to the PDGA website, there's a tab that says rules. You click that, there's a drop down, and there's another section that says ratings and some other stuff. Click on that, and the PDGA gives you like their recommendations based on your rating, what division you should play in. And so basically the way I decided was to do it systematically. I wanted to move up when I needed to move up, or when I was recommended to move up. And so I've got the numbers here. I'll read them off because I got them on a sticky note, but I'll put them up on the, on the screen as well so you guys can see them. But basically like MA4, FA4, it's like 849 and below. That's the division you should play in. MA3 and FA3 is 850 to 899. MA2, FA2 is 900 to 934. MA1 is 935 to 969. And then MPO is, like I just said, 970 and above, MPO and FPO. And so right now I am 917 rated as of this last update. And so that literally puts me smack dab in the middle of MA2, which is what I've been playing. And so that's why I think I'm right where I need to be as I putt this out. I think that's just where I'm living. I'm right in the middle of that. And I think I've obviously, well, not obviously because you guys don't follow along on my tournaments, but I've had tournaments higher rated than the 935, but I've also had rounds rated much lower in the end of the 800s. So I think I'm right where I belong here. But I chose the PDGA like recommended for my division, just because I think that's the way it should go. I think it's kind of interesting that sometimes we have like low to mid 800s people claiming to be a professional, which I guess you can do because that's allowed, but I just don't think it quite makes sense. And so that's why I do that. And I might catch a lot of heat because I know people that do that. I just don't think that quite makes sense to me. I like being where I'm supposed to. I don't know if that's like not ambitious or what. I think it makes sense to play, I guess, where you belong, or that's why I'm doing it. Obviously, again, you can play whatever the heck you want. And so like another kind of like sub category off playing based on what the PDGA recommends is that a lot of people then make the argument, well, if you've won a tournament, you should just move up. That kind of checks out, I guess. But at the same time, I've won an MA2 tournament this year, but I've also got like 3rd to last in the MA2 tournament this year. So it's like, sure, I had a good tournament, but the consistency is just not there. So that's why I'm sticking where I believe I need to. Hole 2, very similar shot. It's 234, it's a little shorter, but it's sitting on a little ridge at the bottom. I don't think you can see it from there just because it's so downhill. You want to kind of land short of the hill and then let it skip up to the top, because if you hit on top of the hill, it's just going to skip off the back. You really just have this big tree in the middle. You kind of got to go under either forehand or backhand. I'm going same disc, same shot. Swing. This Like that, I don't think you saw it, but I hit right on top of the hill and then rolled all the way off the bag. I'm a progress tracker. I like to see, you know, myself improving. And obviously I can do that by seeing like when my rating goes up or down, but I know it's almost like something to strive for, if that makes sense. So if I'm playing MA2 now, I'm striving to get that 935 rated so I can move up finally. You know what I mean? It's a progress thing, which I like. And I think it still just keeps it competitive, you know, because I feel like if you're playing in the same division every single time, never changes, you're playing with the same people every single time, never changes, while that might be fun, you're probably building friendships and, you know, that competitive nature, but it's like, I feel like that would just get, I don't want to say boring, but it's monotonous at the same time. So when I move up, you know, I might play with people that I played with in MA2 and MA1, and now I can see we've both gotten better, or I can play with new people in MA1 that I've never played with before. Like I said, I hit the top of the hill and then skipped all the way down, so now I've got an uphill putt that's still kind of dangerous because I don't want to go long and then roll off the front side again. So, oh, like that. Sit down. Curl. Yeah, that's all right. All that to say, again, you can play in whatever division you want. Does not matter to me in the slightest. I think it just makes sense to follow that systematically, just because I think you're gonna see more progress. You have something to shoot for, you know, bumping up to that next division, getting that rating higher for those that care about your rating. I also just kind of had like a bonus thought. I'm also kind of doing that because of this whole Road to Pro series. You know, it's my road to a professional. You know, I want to be a legit professional, 970 rated plus. I don't want to be right now 917 rated and be like, no, I'm a professional. You know, I play open, I'm a professional. I'm not coming at anyone that does that. Again, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm just saying that's how I want to play this out. So this one, you can actually kind of see the basket. It's kind of just in a line of trees all the way down there. It's kind of a touchy shot too, because you got the hill. So if it hits on hyzer, it can pop up and roll, or if you just get a bad angle. First things first, you just got to hit this gap. Come out. Holy cow. That's either pin high or really long. I can't really tell. I really hope no one feels like I'm calling them out anywhere with, you know, saying you're playing in the right or wrong division. That's not what I'm trying to do. We've got other options coming, so if you didn't like that one, stick around, we'll keep going. Did go a little long here, which actually feels good, because I usually don't throw my mids this far. I mean, I probably got a good skip, but we're outside of circle. Gonna give it a little jump putt here. Oh, get down, please. All right, we're gonna move on to option number 2 now, which honestly, if I didn't have the store and I wasn't doing the Road to Pro stuff, I would probably do this option. And that's just because, you know, with the store, I can pretty much get discs whenever I want. This option is playing in whatever division has the most people. And I'm gonna exclude like the professional divisions out of this because they're actually playing for money, but the amateurs are typically playing for like vouchers or gift cards to certain places. And so I know a lot of people that play, let's just say they're A50 rated. MA1, FA1, you know, probably most likely MA1 is gonna have like 20 something people, where if they typically played MA3, it has 3 people in it, they're gonna go, well, I'm gonna play MA1 because if I, you know, happen to pop off and place high, I'm gonna get a big gift card, which I do not blame them at all for this. And I actually really like this just because it's a good way to get your hands on discs. And realistically, for like the amateur divisions, you're paying the same amount of money. So if that's your thought process, is you're wanting more discs, you might as well play up, because you have that opportunity to cash more and make more money in discs, you know, rather than actual dollar bills. We're on hole 4 here, 249. You kind of have, again, big hyzer to the right, forehand hyzer to the left. It's OB, there's a painted line there. It's kind of the gravel path, if you can see that. It's just to the right of that. So we're gonna go forehand A2 around this big tree, this first tree right here. Or through it. All right, that worked out, but that was really bad. Okay, kind of at the base of this tree here, not bad. Probably like a 25 footer. These are good ones to make. Oh, please, thank you. Thought I missed that one right. Okay, we are on hole 5 here. It's 242 feet. It's like the most stock hyzer shot you've ever seen in your life, which is why I'm going to throw a bunch at it. We're gonna start with a captain's raptor. Regular ESP Raptor. Oh yeah, push further. Ah, such a good line. All right, and if you didn't know already, another Raptor. This one's first run beat up, a little straighter. I'm gonna try to almost like flip up right at the basket. Skip. Oh! Grazed the basket. And we got two justices. I'm gonna have to boost these guys a little bit. Oh, turn it over. Swing over. Oh my gosh. All right, that went about 30 deep. That feels good, I guess. All right, we're just gonna try to throw this one nice and smooth. Oh, do it, please. Oh, just over the top. Man, that was a good round. I was just thinking as I'm walking, there's kind of a caveat to this option. This playing in whatever division has the highest. And again, that kind of depends on your rating. I feel like it favors more like the lower rated people because it's easier to play up rather than if you were, 930 something going down and playing an MA3. That just doesn't feel right to me. I don't even think it's allowed, to be honest with you. All that to say, it definitely favors the lower rated people more for this. Not saying you can't do it, not saying you shouldn't do it, just saying. Okay, I'm gonna play my first one here, is Captain's Raptor. Oh, thank you. That concludes option number 2. On to option number 3 here. This isn't the last one. I actually just thought of one on the way up here that I think you might like, so stick around. But option number 3 is that regardless of rating, you play open because you can make money there. You have the potential to earn some cash, which I don't hate at all. My brother Jacob, you've seen him in the videos. He doesn't play in tournaments anymore, but one of the reasons is because he's like, I'm not good enough for open, but I don't want to pay $50 to not have a chance to make some of that back in cash. And I was like, I totally get that. That makes sense. However, for those lower, rated people, it's going to be a little tougher, but I do think playing in open, as someone that's lower rated or even, the higher rated people, it's fun to play against quote unquote the best. I don't play open because I don't want to play against Andrew Presnell, who plays in a ton of our local tournaments. I don't want to play against some of the sponsor guys we have that are 950 to 980 rated. I don't stand a chance against those guys, I think, even on my best day. So that's why I don't do it. But for those people that are like, if I'm going to put money in, I want to get money out, totally makes sense. Hole 6, 248. You got 2 lines here. You got backhand hyzer, forehand hyzer. You just got to get up the hill and beat this one tree in the middle. Easier said than done. I'm going to go moonshine justice. Swing around. Only playing open to make money is like a sneaky good idea too, because there's a lot of times you can kind of pick and choose what tournaments. Like if you see, there's some heavy hitters, especially in this area. If you see they're not making it to a tournament, might go ahead and play open that tournament and see what happens if they're missing it. Honestly, pretty good round today. Oh my gosh, I thought I missed that. 4 through 6. It's not bad. All right, before we continue any more into this video, I want to give a huge shout out to the guys at Mojo Gear. They make the Mojo Riser. I believe it's the first and only collapsible bag stand. This thing is super easy to install. All you got to do, pull this up, legs come out. It sits on any terrain, any level. This thing's absolutely incredible. And when you're done, you can pick it up, boom, all the way back up. This thing adds almost no weight to the bag itself, and it honestly takes so much stress off the back. And I didn't realize it would do that until I started using it, because that extra probably 1.5 to 2 feet that you're bending down a bag that weighs 10, 15 pounds, it adds up over the course of not even 1 round, but if you're playing a tournament, a 2-round tournament, that's a lot. And so I love this thing. I'm super thankful to the guys over at Mojo Gear for hooking me up with this. If you want one for yourself, go to mojogear.com. Make sure to use OMD10 at checkout. That's going to get you $10 off your order. And they have a couple options. You can either just get the riser. If you have a bag you like, you can just get the riser, attach that, or you can get a new bag and riser. They'll attach everything and send it out to you. It's absolutely incredible. $10 off your order, mojogear.com. Head over there. All right, hole 7, 209 feet, I believe. We got a double mando. I think you can see the orange streaks on the bottoms of the trees. Kind of low ceiling, uphill a little bit. There's only one line that works for me here, and that's overstable forehand is just as hard as I can. My backhand accuracy is pretty shoddy, and so I just like the forehand that I can pump it straight. I've chained out several times with this, and I think it's because I hit the basket too hard, but maybe we'll get lucky today. Oh, get stable. Skipped way long. All right, we're gonna go one backhand just so you can see what I'm talking about here. Hey, if I make the gap, like, subscribe, comment something funny. Oh my gosh. That was probably the hardest I've ever tried to hit that gap on this hole, so please like, comment, subscribe. All right, I think I technically went out of bounds here, but I do not care. Oh, sit. All right, it's time you've been waiting for. This is the bonus one that I thought of. It should be a given anytime you play. Regardless of what division you're playing in, how good, how bad you're playing in, have fun, right? I understand. I struggle with this sometimes because I like winning. I really do. And when I don't win, I get pretty upset. But at the end of the day, I played disc golf for several hours. That's a good time. So if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Just like I am today. I'm having a lot of fun today. It's supposed to rain here, but that means wind's down, temperature's a little cooler, and I'm having a great time. Again, I'm not playing a tournament. Division doesn't matter when I'm playing out here. But all that to say, having fun when you're playing disc golf is what it's all about. Hole 8 here. 231, used to be play a lot harder. Used to be a big tree right in the middle. Couldn't even see the basket from there, but it's gone now. So it's probably one of the easier holes on the course. We're gonna go same old justice here. Oh, have mercy. That's early. And I'm about to par the easiest hole. All right, I know some people might love it or hate it that I said, have fun. I know my parents will love it. It's true. I mean, what's the point in going out and wasting your whole day, you know, if you're just gonna be bummed out and not have fun the whole time? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point in that? All right, this would be like a super good putt to make. Oh yeah, come on, yep. Always knew it, let's go. Down to the final hole here, hole 9, 210 feet. Nice straight tunnel shot here. You got trees zigzagging across that you gotta miss. I'm gonna go flex forehand, something nice and touchy. Finish this out with a little birdie, huh? Oh my gosh. I really hope my body was blocking that. I was in a pretty bad spot. I mean, it's open, but got another outside circle look here. Come on. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just got it. I don't know what the heck's happening. All right, that was a good way to end it. If you made it this far to the end of the video, I appreciate you a lot. Thank you for doing that. We got a lot of stuff coming. We're gonna start ripping out a bunch of videos. It'll probably be mostly me. Jacob will be in a few, but I'm gonna start getting after it here. We got our monthly match, our brother battle, going down at Bad Rock. That'll be next Friday when you're watching this. That's gonna be huge, super fun. We're gonna play the KC wide open layout, so we're probably gonna get absolutely murdered by the course, which is totally fine. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the quest to 1,000 subscribers. We want it bad. We can't do that without you guys. Let's remind this to the moon. We'll see you in the next one.